children?
Yeah, but I was young. I was like 22. I had a couple. We had some younger kids. How old is your son?
He's 11.
11. And from my experience, I told myself I couldn't take a woman with children seriously. A child's always gonna come first.
Yes.
Child's gonna always come first. I'm going to always need to put you first, but I come second. And technically, he's a 10-year-old boy who's going to get into his teenage years. He's going to be in a situation where you're not my dad, right? I'm not talking about an anecdotal experience. Your son may be a sweet child, but my experience it just hasn't been the best.
You have the right to feel however you want about.
First of all, the woman looks really attractive, like physically, sexually attractive, you know. But I think she's a single mother and she has a son, a child, maybe one or two, I don't know. And in her young days, she must have gotten really carried away by how she looks because of how men really want her. And she was busy fucking around till she got pregnant and she has a child. Now, what is going on here? This guy doesn't want, he said he's been in a relationship with a single mother, but he doesn't want another one. Now, the reality of it is that most men, I will not say all men, because we have a lot of simps and men that are not, some really men, some really low men, some men that would really go low for women. But majority of the time, you see, men don't want a woman that has a child, especially a high value man. He doesn't want a woman that has a child. They always want the fresh, the woman that is without child. A child is a responsibility, and like he's stating now, he has very good points with what he has just stated. And naturally, even in the animal kingdom, when lions invade prides, the first thing they do is they kill the males and then they kill all the cubs because they are not their own children. So they need to create a new population. So they eliminate all the offsprings of the former lions before creating their own. It is natural of animals themselves not to want to, be responsible for the children of others. Even in man, men don't want to be responsible for another man's child because they want to have their own child, a child that is of their own blood and DNA that would actually live on with their own legacy. So it's completely natural for a man to actually want that.
Single mom, that's your prerogative, whatever. Dating a single mom, that's your prerogative, whatever. But you're on a date with a single mom. What are you talking about? Your priority here is supposed to be trying to get a third date. I don't even know why I want a second date with you in this moment.
Realistically, yeah, we can have some fun.
But taking it serious.
It's like taking it seriously is just hard because I don't have to settle. I've done certain things in my life to put me at a certain echelon, to date a certain top tier.
And he's actually right with what he just said. See, apart from this guy, so many other men, the reason why they would want this woman at this point that she's a single mother, the reason why they would want that is because she's looking very attractive and they would want sexual relationship, exclusively sexual relationship, not getting attached or something leading into marriage. They would literally just want to have fun. Like he said, we can have fun. That's basically what most men want with this woman at this point in time. And it will be really hard for this female to actually find a man that would take her and that child and let me marry you. It's not very common. It's not very common.
Standards wise, it's like I like to travel and be like, yo, let's go to Miami, let's do this, let's do that. And it's like, let me call my mom and see if she can watch the kid. It's just no real benefit in it for me.
Joya?
Yes.
You didn't ask for another date with him. What was the turn off?
Specifically, the turnoff was when I asked that question about would you date a single mother? And Jacoby, you proceeded to tell me that basically you're a high value man and you are too good for a single mother. However, you did also tell me that you were raised by a single mother, which is profound for me to think that a single mother's not good enough for you, but it's good enough for a woman to raise you. That's unfair. And it's very insensitive to women out there who have children.
All right, so just because it's a cycle, I wanted to continue.
It doesn't have to continue.
So what I'm saying is that
it's more about why would you cut off and say that single women are not on the same level?
What you're supposed to learn from is history. So you're a
What's
very
that got to do?
You're a very intelligent woman. You're a very intelligent woman, right?
Yes.
So if you know, as a woman growing up, you know it's a less likelihood for you to be successful by having a child. So what you do, you be more proactive. Using condoms.
What's that got to do with your choice?
Okay, if you're getting pregnant, then all right, cool. Maybe I shouldn't continue having this child because I'm not getting married. A better chance of me having a successful life.
You're speaking
by
of
finding a man. That's what I'm thinking.
So you were raised by a single mother.
Yes, and
is your mother still alive?
I struggle. My mom's still alive.
Did she struggle or did you struggle?
Both of us struggle.
Okay, so your words that echoed all around social media, and I want to make sure that we have this clearly, were, I'm a high value man. I've done things to step up my echelon, and I'm not going to settle for a single mother.
Yeah,
did I have that correctly? I want to be clear.
Yeah, it would be selling.
Right. So what makes you think you're a high value man? The car you drive?
No, the value I put out into the world.
What about your character?
I have great character. I've built myself to basically have better choices. You want to know why? Because women can choose and make a choice.
They can.
They can say, I don't want to date a man that makes less than 6 figures.
They can.
And then what are you doing? You're
But we're not
demeaning a man.
talking about that.
Women
That's
can
not
talk
the
about
situation at hand.
Listen, hold on.
That's not the
Women can say,
conversation.
I won't date a man less than 5'8", and the man could be 5'4". Do they care about
What does that have to do
ostracizing all of those
with
men?
anything?
If a fat man is sitting here, he can be a fat man, right? But if a fat woman is sitting here, you would say, oh no, we're body positive. Oh, no, we can't say that. It's all about picking her up. So every time it's saying something for a man, it's down.
You got a lot on your back.
Yeah,
okay.
Man.
So what I want to be clear, not just for you, but for everybody out there, is the car you drive, your resume, your bank account, your accolades is not what makes you a high value man.
Definitely not.
This old woman is spitting some bullshit. What the fuck is she saying? Look, first of all, if a man marries a single mother, just know that you've married a child too. The child is automatically your responsibility. And men don't want that. Men want to be responsible exclusively for something that they own, for things that belong to them, for people, for lives that belong to them, not the one they inherited from somebody. Now she's talking about, look at what this woman is saying. He said it is not your car, it is not your money and all that makes you a high value man. Shut up. Like, we all know that these are the things that women literally want from men. These are the things that makes, and she's trying to paint it that all these don't matter. Your high value is your good character. First of all, the single mother doesn't have good character. If she had good character and good morals, she would not end up as a single mother. She would not be a single mother. Because you will not be having children or having a child for another man that is not committed to you. So at this point, they're trying to shame this man for having standards that I'm not going to deal with single mothers. They're trying to shame him. And in the same light, these are the same people that will promote fat women and tell them you are beautiful, you're a big, beautiful woman, you are strong, you are this, you are that. But they will not correct them. They will not tell them to go on diet. They will not tell them to watch their weight. They will not tell them to take care of their health. But when men set standards, when women set standards, it's completely okay. But when men set their own standards, people are going crazy. It's so outrageous that in the American society, and that foolishness is actually drifting into Nigeria too, of recent. Now, women want men at a certain height. Say you must be 6 feet. If he's 5'8", they feel he's unattractive, they don't want him. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? A man cannot control his height. So why would you judge a man based on his height? If it was fat, that is understandable. The person being fat, you are in control of you being fat. You can always control that. You can always exercise. You can always work out. Control the level of fat in your system. But when you talk about the man's height, rating a man based on height is completely ridiculous. That is completely bad. And these women here are trying to paint this man as a bad person for certain standards, and it's not really going well for them, because anybody that knows the truth can actually see that these women are really stupid.
We are all defined by the sum of our deeds and our character, and you, brother, are coming up to the sum of zero.
All right.
Well, shut the fuck up. That's completely crazy. All I can say is that as a man who has worked so hard to become high value, worked so hard to become wealthy, to build his network of influential and rich friends, powerful people, a man that has literally gone through a lot of things in order for him to be high value. Like this guy who said that he grew up with a single mother and he knew that it was hard. And he doesn't want that, because he is speaking from experience. So definitely he doesn't want that. Now, as a man who has worked hard, who is high value, who has worked for everything he has to become something in life, there is no reason for you to settle for less. Don't ever settle for less. If you don't want a single mother, you don't want a single mother, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. As a high value man, it actually brings you down when you actually settle for a woman that has 2-3 children for another man. Come on, man. Like the world is full of, the world has a lot of beautiful women out there. So there's no reason for you to settle for less. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with what this guy is doing, because these are his standards, and you have no option than to respect his standards. And if you don't respect his standards, man, forget it. Because this single mother on this date, it is going to be hard for her to find a husband. Plus the fact that she's black too will also play a role, because the black American society in America is really victimizing itself, and it's not really looking good for them in the world, because of the way they victimize themselves and play a heavy role in destroying their own community.